What's your revenue like?
You've not made revenue.
In which case, there is no value.
So what's the real tech?
Just to disseminate information.
Owns the business.
Media lead, she's a lady.
You gave 4% because she's doing some social media marketing or something. You want to take 90 million, 15%. So she's doing 30 million worth of marketing for you.
Screen like this.
So we get it. We get it. I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to make you an offer.
It actually pays to come into the den prepared. Whenever you come into the den prepared, it is sure that you smile home. So guys, if there's anything I'm going to say about this particular episode in the Lion's Den, episode 3 to be precise, it's the fact that coming into the den prepared makes a lot of sense. Makes your job easy, makes it makes it like a quick presentation, quick investment into your business. I mean, looking at how this first entrepreneur nailed it, I literally have to doff my hat for her. 24/7 cash. She did us proud. And guys, as usual, you're welcome to another update of the Lion's Den. This is the episode 3, season 2. Guys, I'm sorry that these videos are coming late. One of the reasons why it is coming late, I'm trying to make sure that I don't rush to do the review on the Lion's Den, is just because I want more people to watch this reality show. Now, this is a reality show that it will be more enjoyable if you can actually watch it, understand the pitching section, understand what the entrepreneurs went through, the investments, how it went, the questions the Lions asked, and then when I come to do my review and analysis, it makes like we communicate. So basically, there are 2 days you can actually watch the replay. The show comes up every Saturday by 8 p.m. It used to be Sunday, and then there's a replay on Tuesday and another one on Friday. So guys, I mean, it's the low traffic is one of the things why I'm actually sharing it late, so that more people get to watch this reality show. I just pray and I have the opportunity or the luxury to show more than what I'm showing in the Lion's Den, because I feel this reality show is a reality show that a lot of people actually have to pay attention to. Guys, thank you for stopping by. My name is Julito. You're welcome to another update on Personality Highlights. We're talking about the Lion's Den season 2 episode 3. 4 entrepreneurs as usual got into the den. 2 entrepreneurs got a deal. got the deal. 2 didn't actually get any deal. I'm going to be giving you the whole story as usual. But one of the things I like to do also in my reviews is just not to talk too much about it. I want to explain the process. So I'm going to be getting out of your face, and then you listen by watching, getting more visuals. I mean, I feel we communicate more.
Okay, guys. So 2 entrepreneurs got lucky in the episode 3 of the Lion's Den, and I'm going to be telling you all about that. I'm going to be taking it one at a time. So the first entrepreneur who came into the den was Susan. Susan came with her company, LinkOps Technology, which is a tech company a tech business that is helping people transfer money offline, called 24/7 Quick Cash. So her offer, she was pitching for a 16 million naira investment for a 38% equity. And guys, it was quite an interesting session. So one of the first persons who actually engaged her was Bolaji. And Bolaji, asked some very interesting questions. The questions was, what else do you need aside from the banking license to run this? And she said that to the best of her knowledge, this is what she needs. She also talked about the challenges she was having with the API, and that she was already a competitor to the company that was providing her with an API. And she said she had already negotiated with a bank, and that they were willing to sit down and have a chat with her. So basically, another question came in, and Mrs. Audrey asked the question of how do you want to use the 60 million naira? Can you break it down? She did break it down. I think at this point I really need to tell you guys that Susan really came prepared for her presentation, because she looked very smart. She knew exactly what she wanted for her company. Her pitch was very straightforward. She did a demonstration without being asked how to do that. I mean, she literally was cut short by Paul Wanibe, when he already got an idea of what she was talking about. And basically, guys, the first person, the first person that excused himself from the deal was Kiari Buka. Kiari Buka was like, it's a wonderful investment, but he's not ready to invest in it. It's too early. And afterwards, Paul just was just very straightforward with his pitch. He was like, you know what, I'm interested. I'm going to give you all the money you want for 51% equity share, and I want the governing right. I want to house you, and all that and all that. He made it very. He looked. Paul has a way of making his offers very interesting and enticing, talking about his networks and all that. Afterwards, we actually heard Mrs. Adenike excuse herself. She was like, you know what, I do not know anything about this, so I'm going to excuse myself, listen to the two lions. And also afterwards, Audrey also excused herself. So we just had the fight between these two lions, Bolaji and Paul. So Bolaji came with an counter offer. Bolaji's counter offer was he was going to give her all the money she wanted, 60 million, but 40% equity share. And he said, I don't know, but there's something about Bolaji. Bolaji is always very smart when it comes to offers, counter offers. He always wants to make sure that he's the one getting the deal. I don't know, but I just feel like there's a strong competition going on between Mr. Paul and Bolaji. So the counter offer was 60 million, 40% equity share, and he's going to be willing to go down to 25%, of the, in the business. And it was quite interesting because, it was left for Susan to pick who he was going to be going with. And I'm not even going to lie, I was very, very excited that it was not going to be combined lion kind of investment. Like, I really like it when this lions stand alone and then do their offers. So anyways, it was quite interesting. Even though Paul's offer was very enticing, as it always is, Paul always comes with a high. He wants to have the higher equity. He loves to go for 50 and above. And I think that is just one of the big turnoffs that most of these entrepreneurs have when it comes to Paul's offer, because Paul had a network to help her business grow. Also looking at Bolaji, Bolaji also has a license and also has a network. And so because Bolaji's offer was quite, more considerate when we look at 51% and 40%, Susan went with Bolaji's offer, and that was like a deal, very, very interesting deal. So Susan ended up getting her 60 million with Bolaji at 40% equity share, and I think it was really fair because she was ready to offer 38%. So just having it 2% more wasn't like a big deal. On like agreeing to a 13% increase. So that was that for the first entrepreneur. The second entrepreneur got into the den, and it was another big ride. So the next set of entrepreneurs we had were two gentlemen who were coming from Bay Agri-tech, Okwayemi and Shegu, and they were looking for 90 million naira for a 15% equity share in their agro-tech business. So they were looking for, with everything they said they had 125 acres of land. They had they built quite a farming business for themselves, and they were just basically looking for fund. They said their first harvest would be in February 2023, and they were looking for funds to be able to generate more for their business. And so the first lion who actually attacked these entrepreneurs was Bolaji and was Kiaribuka. Kiaribuka didn't really understand where they were, whether they were just a farming business or whether they were a platform. And he was like, one of the problems I have with you is that you guys are multitasking. You're not focused on a particular thing. And Kiari complained that their business wasn't really defined. And while he was still at that, Bolaji chipped in and he was like, so where is the tech in your business? Because they were talking about farming and having acres of land, and there wasn't really connectivity as to where the tech in the agriculture business was. And that was one of the things that Bolaji wanted to find out. So at the end of the day, they said it was just a platform to reach out, send information. And honestly, guys, I didn't also see it as an agri-tech business. So Bolaji was like, okay, you could use WhatsApp or something bigger than that to share information. And there were a lot of holes in this pitch. And of course, the third person who spoke was, Audrey Ezugo also had things to say. Paul Wanibe was like, you know what, there is a business somewhere, but you who don't understand the business of business. But Adenike was like, you guys need to focus on something. Anyways, the truth of the whole matter is this Bay Agri-tech guys, they actually had the business, but there was no tech in their business. And one of the problems that Alliance had was their business formation. One of the biggest advice that was given to them was to see if they could get an advisor or somebody that could help them straighten their business to understand where they would stand better, and Ojo Ezugo also advised them that they should work on their business, come back, and maybe in future seasons that they might actually get what they want. Kiaruka said this looks like a $50 million business, but right now it isn't. And you guys, the minute Kiaribuka opted out, it was just like a signal for all the other lions to opt out of the deal, and no lion saw it as an interesting deal to get in. So guys, the second entrepreneurs got no deal in the den. Moving forward, we actually had the third entrepreneur who came into the den, and this one also came prepared. Now, the third entrepreneur had the lions really talking about a lot of things that we need to consider. So the third entrepreneur who came into the den, Jesse, 37-year-old physics teacher, who came with this fabricated laundry product that was supposed to help people do their laundries better. And he was looking for 15 millionaire investment in his business. And immediately he was done with his speech, the lions came from him. People like Adenike were very, very, very straightforward to say your product doesn't make any economic sense. People like Paul Wanibe was the first person to even attack this entrepreneur because he said, you know what, I don't think there's anything extra to your product. There is no unique selling point. Your product looks like it's fabricated and it doesn't have the finesse of what we're looking for. There are a dozen other products that can do better than what you're doing. So because of all that reason, Paul opted out of the deal. Mrs. Adenike opted out of the deal. Mrs. Audrey also had some sensible things to tell this entrepreneur. And she said, you know what, you have to understand that you can't change behaviors. You have to look at the customers that you're actually looking towards selling these things to. And, they made a lot of, Jesse reminded me of the second entrepreneurs who came into the Bay Agri-tech, who hadn't structured their business properly. So he was looking for capital to actually get started. And you guys know that in the Lions Den, those lions are not ready for just giving you money to start up a business. They are not sure that it will be profitable. People like Carrie said, you know what, this business is not investable like the other lions have said. I think if you want to really do it, probably need to go and look for an NGO and sell them this idea of laundry to public secondary schools, and maybe they would buy it. You guys, at the end of the day, Jesse, with his physics experience, laundry experience, he didn't get any investment. All the lions backed out because of one reason, and the whole reason, the one good reason all the lions said was that his business was not investable. He hadn't made any money. He hadn't made any sales. Nobody knew if the market was going to be accepting his product or not. And this is one of the reasons why most of the lions would never invest in any business. So guys, I was a third entrepreneur. Moving forward, the very last entrepreneur we had in the den had a very interesting business. He was a man who had a date, who was into food processing, and he had a date syrup and powder business. Guys, there's so much to this, and I'm going to be telling you all about it.
What you have with you is one of the byproducts, which is the seed that we process into powder also.
So the third entrepreneur who came into the den was Suleiman from Dates Nature Product. He was actually pitching his dates business, and he was looking for 35 million for 10% equity share. And let me even say this. This is where I really think we all should applaud Bolaji. Mr. Bolaji is such an experienced investor and negotiator. He knows how to nail deals. Like literally, I'm going to share how this deal went down, but I really cannot help but just love Bolaji for being so smart. I think he's just one very savvy investor that we have in the den. So he pitched his business. He was looking for 35 million for 10% equity share. And one of the questions that was asked was, who owns the business? What are the percentage share? And he said he owned 85%. Two of his kids had. Mr. Paul's reasons were very, very valid. And, while they were having the negotiations, Bolaji is just a very savvy investor. So Bolaji came with a very sweet offer. And Bolaji's offer was, you know what? I'm going to give you 40.5 million naira. And the 0.5, the 500,000 that is going to be on top of the 40 million is to settle your friend who you gave 5%, because they asked him how much would it cost to get the 5% equity share. And he said at no cost. But Bolaji was just being that smart, savvy business investor. And he said, you know what, we're going to give your friend 500,000 to pay him off so that he doesn't come with claims in future to say, you know what, I'm coming to claim back the company. And that was like, I mean, that was such a smart move. And basically, Bolaji came with a bigger amount, Kiari and Audrey were giving 40 million. Bolaji was giving 40.5 million. The first team was asking for 35%. Bolaji was asking for 30%, guys. He was giving more money with less equity. And I think this is why Bolaji's offers are always quite interesting. I'm not going to be surprised if Bolaji ends up being the highest investor in this season 2 in the Lions Den. So eventually, I think Kiari Buka loved this offer. He really wanted to be part of this deal. And he knew that if the entrepreneur was given a second chance, he definitely would be going with Bolaji's deal. I mean, you guys, Bolaji already stole the first deal, and Kiari wasn't going to let Bolaji steal this one. So Kiari chipped in this very interesting statement. Kiari's statement was, you know what, are you going to be greedy enough to say you want all the lions in your business? And, as the normal entrepreneur will have, he said yes. And, so they were like, okay, what do you want the deal to be? He said 40.5 million for 30%. That is his negotiation. And so it was more like Kiari's team was coming 5% down, and he was really concurring with Bolaji's offer. But this time he was involving the three lions. For me, like I will always say, I keep wondering why these entrepreneurs want more lions in their business. But anyways, I think it was a good offer. It was a good pitch. I mean, he came looking for 35 million. He got 40 million and 30% equity share. Which I think is really fair. You guys, this is literally everything that went down. So at the end of the deal, we had 60 million from Susan, and we had 40.5 million from Suleiman. Was actually the investment that was done in this particular episode. Guys, this is the wrap of everything that happened in the Lions Den episode 3. I hope you guys are following.
Okay, guys, from what we have actually experienced in this particular episode, we'll notice that there's something that I think there's one mistake a lot of agri-tech businesses do, and it's just not niching down to the tech part of their business. I mean, this business said a lot. This actual episode revealed that tech entrepreneurs, agri-tech especially, are lacking behind. I mean, in the whole episodes we've been watching of the Lions Den, from the season 1 to the season 2, this is like, it's only one business that has actually ever gotten an investment from the Lions. I mean, and I just wish the agri-tech people can come in with more clarity. Guys, I don't know, but I hope you guys got value from what I've just shared, and I'm really excited about the entrepreneurs who are nailing it. I just wish we could have more smart agri-tech entrepreneurs who come into the den to pitch, because I feel they lack a lot of clarity in their business. I mean, this is not the first time an agri-tech is coming into the Lions Den. I mean, and in the entire episode, the season 1, we actually saw only one agri-tech company, business, get an investment. I don't know, but I think any entrepreneur who is actually thinking of getting into an investment package like this, especially the Lions Den, should actually follow up analysis of the show. It kind of helps to, structure right. And seriously, I would not even lie, structuring a business can never be overemphasized. It can never be overemphasized. So guys, these two entrepreneurs got their deals, the deals of their lifetime. I really liked the date business. It was like legit a business that is going to grow very fast. I like the 24/7 cash offline transaction. I like, kudos to all the guys who got investments in this particular episode. Guys, this will literally be it. And there's a lot of take-home lessons. I mean, the truth is, it pays to come into the den prepared. I'm not gonna lie, it pays to come into the den prepared. I mean, with that, you have the opportunity to choose where you want people to come into your business. Guys, I don't know, but I think this is literally be it. I'm gonna see you all in another episode of the Lion's Den. Of course, look out for the episode 4 because it's gonna be showing up shortly. See you guys and talk soon.